Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of Silent Hunter 5. And where we last left off, we were dipping and dodging and ducking and dodging and diving away from countless Royal Navy destroyers. I believe we even put a torpedo into this guy. But I'm not sure. It doesn't look like we did. Maybe we didn't. I don't really remember. But regardless, we need to continue on getting home. So with, oops, let's zoom back in. This guy looking like he might be losing interest. Going relatively slowly. I'm going to assume that he's damaged. But obviously not sinking. So we are going to need to continue on. Thank you. Continue on heading in this direction. Now let's just pop this guy up. In fact, yeah, we must have fired a torpedo at him, because we've only got 2 left. And it certainly looks like this guy is not interested whatsoever in following us. So, good news all around there. So his sonar can certainly pick us up, but I don't think he's going to be doing anything about that. Which is...
Warship moving slow. Closing. Bearing 359. Long range.
359. Yeah, that might be him there. Actually. Let's see. Yeah, it probably is. Okay. So let's go ahead and pop that back down. We don't need that sticking up, showing our position. And I don't know why I'm coming down here, but I am. Gentlemen, how's it going? Looks like we're just getting to 7 o'clock. And we know that those guys are there. There's not much our radio guy can do now. Whoa, let's get back into this section, and let's just head back up. Because most of the action is going to be taking place from the attack periscope. So really what I would like to do, we'll just speed up time here a little bit. And before they can even pick us up, I'm going to want to shut down our engine. And it's probably deep enough
Deeper, goddammit.
to go under. So let's just see. It's night. We're not moving, although we're still traveling 4 knots, but thankfully, yeah, they won't see us.
20
Because we're already 20 meters under the surface. And then it's just going to be a matter of time.
Current depth 30 meters. Current depth 50 meters.
There we go. Looks like we stabilized at 45 meters. And really, we just want these ships to pass over us. And it looks like they've completely lost interest. That's good. We'll just head on up to periscope height.
Periscope depth.
We can pull that up. That's going to be useful. And we'll just give it a quick scan. Make sure there are no more destroyers hanging about. Up we get. Come on. There we go. Alright, so those guys are over in that direction. And it looks like they're even out of visual range. And let's just make sure that is fully up. Nope, that was just a wave. And come along, come along, come along, come along. I think we're in the clear. No, we're not. What is that? Oh, that might be the other destroyer that It certainly looks like it's probably a destroyer. That we hit in the other episode to end it off. At least I'm pretty sure we did that. And, yeah. Yeah, I'd say we're in the clear. So let's check our systems. We're still doing fairly well on battery power, but we certainly don't need it.
Surface the boat.
And we will just
Half speed ahead.
continue on our course. Come on, almost there. Yeah, that was definitely the destroyer we shot at.
Recharging batteries.
Out of the way, please. Let's just see. Can we see him? Yeah, right there. We can see him. He's not following. I think we're safe. All right. Well, let's just make sure. So that guy can see us. Are those guys turning around?
Smoke on the horizon. Bearing 309.
Doesn't appear to. Yeah, we're in the clear. All right, I will be back with something more exciting happens. And not long after, we've got one of these guys. So I've got my crew manning the flak guns. And hopefully they adjust their fire so they're actually leading this sucker. Because it doesn't look like they're doing that. Higher, gents, higher. But I also don't think this swordfish has any sort of ordnance to use against us. Wow, seriously, guys. We need to educate you on how to shoot at aircraft. In fact, let's see if I can do any better before I go complaining. Alright, so... Hey! That's how it's done. Alright, well that's exciting. I'm gonna go Cheaty McCheaterson here and head on over, see if there's any debris from this thing that may have landed in the water. Not sure whereabouts exactly, but yeah, it doesn't look like it. But that should be a confirmed aircraft kill. That's not bad. I'm pretty happy with that. All right, well, I'm glad I recorded that. That was pretty exciting. We'll see you when something else happens. All right, so nothing really exciting happening at the moment. We had a flyby of a couple more hurricanes, but they were so high up in the air that I didn't think the gunners would be able to get them. So I just let them be. And the reason why I'm coming back, even though nothing really is going on, is because we're heading through the dangerous section here, and you can see seas are pretty calm, all things considered, and it is a bright, sunny, clear day, not a cloud in the sky, which makes me nervous. Because, like I say, we're coming through the busy section, and we can't see any land yet. But we'll be coming up close to Calais here, and that's a concern. Because, quite frankly, this is a busy area for the Royal Navy, and I'm a little surprised that we're not seeing any ships. So just taking it slow through, and I think we're in the clear. Let's just make sure. Yeah, we can see France over there, but there's nothing going on. Nothing coming through. Can we see England over here? No, we cannot. But we've got no ships on the horizon. Well, I know, you guys don't have anything to point at. What? That doesn't mean just point at nothing. And, yeah. I think we're in the clear here.
Smoke on the horizon. Bearing 6.
What do we got?
6.
Yep. Open my big mouth, and what do we get? We get a warship over there. All right. Why is that closed? Let's
New depth 4 meters. Periscope depth.
dive down. Our battery levels are at 100%, so that's not a concern. It's really just the hull. So we'll drop down to periscope depth. In fact, let's go out to the fancy-dancy view and see our ship drop down. Because I like that. On a clear day like this, a nice blue ocean. Still outside of the visual range of that destroyer, which is good. We'll just quietly slink under.
10 meters.
All right.
Shut down diesel engines.
So it's even pretty deep here. We could probably go deeper, but periscope depth, for now, is going to allow us to just sort of keep an eye on things out here. Make sure that destroyer doesn't get any silly ideas. Yeah, that's definitely got to be the port of Calais there. And... or maybe not. Maybe that... yeah, no, that's got to be Calais. One day we'll go there when France is ours. But yeah, we're sitting pretty. Not getting detected. I like it. All right. Well, with the dangerous section of this journey pretty much complete, I have a feeling that I will see you back not in Helgoland, but in Bremen. Because
New waypoint. Course
we don't just...
23.
that's a bad spot to go. We don't just need to rearm, we actually need to refit the submarine, and to do that, we have to go all the way back
New waypoint.
to that port. So, yeah, we'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, I have a feeling I'm just going to stop saying that we're in the clear when we're nowhere near in the clear. This guy looks little. Might be a little patrol boat or a torpedo boat or something. Regardless, I don't think it's got sonar. And I don't think it's going to be that much of a threat to us. So we're just going to try and sneak on past him. Just in the map view here, we've got 2 of these warships just sitting there. So we'll see if we can glide past them. And it looks like we might be able to pull this off. So you can see why I was getting nervous about doing this on a clear day. There are a lot of contacts right in this area. Lots of ships patrolling. Actually, let's check our subsystems. We're still doing good on battery power. Well, that guy's getting close, isn't he? Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, so it looks like it's a torpedo boat or a little patrol boat. But it's not anything that should concern us. It's not a destroyer like that guy appears to be. So, something this small, we're not even going to worry about. We're not going to shoot torpedoes at it. We're not going to rise up and sink it with our deck gun. We just have to get home. That's the goal of this mission. We can see we got very close to that guy. And he's probably aware of where we're at. Seeing the periscope up all the time. But I don't think there's anything they can do. If they're just little torpedo boats, then they got nothing to aim at. Then there's no torpedoes that are going to be coming our way. So that's good. It looks like we're leaving everyone else behind. And yeah. We definitely are. Let's pop this back up one last time. Just to get a look around, make sure that those guys are outside of a visual range. And it believe... we're in the clear. Again. So we'll just push out a little bit further. And then we should be safe about here, I would imagine, to hit the surface. And we can see a big cluster of ships over there. But we get back up on deck, up onto the conning tower here. Nobody's going to come after us. Nobody can see us. So, I'll see you guys in Bremen. Alright, we made it safely home. Not really surprised about that. Once we cleared the straits, we had a little run-in with some hurricanes, but we didn't shoot any of them down, and you know, they're just too high up. So that's not that much of a surprise. We're just going to sail into Wilhelmshaven here, past the warship, through the little gate here. Oops.
All stop.
And we are going to end our patrol, because we need to repair our submersible. And there she is, sitting pretty in the docks. Ah, look at the Defiance. What a lovely boat. Now, we're going to check with Tony here. See if there's anything we can do to upgrade.
Sure thing. What do you have in mind?
Yeah, we should equip new torpedoes. Perfect. That's good.
What do you want?
We really don't need that.
What do you want?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Deck gun, it's still an 88, which is just fine. I'm okay with that. That's a good, great gun. Look at that. We could upgrade our flak guns to the 2cm flak 38 twins. So the flak 38 is essentially the same as the 2cm flak 30, but with an improved bolt that nearly doubles its rate of fire. This version is installed in the twin Flak-Zweiling actually, configuration. And they're 1,500 a pop, and I'm guessing we get two of them, because we got two turrets. So let's go ahead and upgrade both those suckers. So that's good. Sensors, still that. I don't think there's going to be much we can do with 320 renown, but that's okay, because we're all set. All right, we got our tiger stripes up there, which is good. We got our captain's emblem still on there, which is great.
Yes, Captain.
Thank you.
Won't recognize your girl when I'm through with her.
I'm not surprised. Okay, what's my orders? Again, we will request this mission. Look at that. Just a third of the way done, or the third of the way left to go is the correct way to look at that. That is awesome possum news. Okay, so we'll do that, and we'll say, let's start the new patrol. On September 3rd, 1939, the following message was sent from BDU. England has declared war. U-boats attack. About the same time, another signal was sent out by the British Admiralty to all units of the Royal Navy. Total Germany, it said. That was all. But it was everything. Yeah. So it's interesting that it took a couple of days for that news to travel.
Returning to
All
course.
stop.
Ship sighted. Bearing 333.
Okay, we can
All
get...
speed ahead. All stop.
The periscope's
Engage
down.
final
Motors.
waypoint.
Oh my god. We're at 100%. We've got a full tank. That's great. We've got 11 prestige
Shut
points
down diesel
to
engines.
spend. So that is exciting. Don't leave those diesel engines shut down for too long, lads. We're leaving the harbor. Come on. There we go.
New
Go about
waypoint.
like that.
Course 0.
Like that.
Returning to
All speed
course.
ahead.
New waypoint.
Like that.
Course 337.
That'll get us out of the harbor.
Bearing 306. New waypoint.
Continue
Course
on
202. New
past
waypoint.
Bremen.
Course 202.
And then back
New waypoint.
to the channel.
Course 17.
We can scope out some of these nice icicled up ships. It is Valentine's Day, after all, so, you know, not surprising things are going to be cold and icy. And I don't think our submarine will be like that. I don't know if that'll change, but it certainly won't be now because we're just coming out. That seems new. I don't remember the railing being there before. Wasn't really paying that much of attention to it, though, so we are really motoring for being inside a harbor. I might want to tone this down just a little bit. 17 knots does seem pretty quick to be leaving port. Still have our tiger stripes? It doesn't really look like it, does it? Let's check in my Cheaty McCheaterson view. No, we've lost our tiger stripes. So that's a bit of a disappointment. I'm not all that pleased about that, but what can you do? Ooh, hello, what are you? You are a big ship, aren't you? My God, look at all the guns on there. That is one hell of a warship. Very deep draft. Very big ship. If only I could pilot that. Or captain that. Wouldn't want to actually be the pilot of that ship. How's this looking? Are we going to be able to make the turn tight enough here? Certainly hope so. I don't want to scrape the hull. That would be embarrassing. So let's just see. Yeah, we should be okay. Yeah, we'll be fine. And the other thing I want to check. Ooh. Look at that. Now this is more like a flat cannon. We got two guns. We got the aiming sight thingy on there. And I would imagine the rate of fire would be quicker, but I don't really want to discharge this weapon while I'm in a harbor. Realize this is just a video game and there's no reason game-wise why I couldn't, but I think the BDU would frown on something like that. That would not be well received. Alright, well, we can kick this back up to speed 3 now that we've completed that turn. And we have a ton of promotion points to spend. Whopping 11 of them. So, without further ado, let's get to spending. Our torpedo guy could probably use a set of upgrades just across the board. Get him up to be a bit more efficient. What have we got here? Confident commander, rationalize oxygen.
Bearing 3, 5.
Actually, this whole rationing oxygen might be good to have considering how much time we're spending underwater. I don't need to really worry about boosting the morale. I'll give a couple of points in there anyway.
5, 9.
But yeah, those are just ships. That's fine. But yeah, rationing that oxygen is going to be a good thing. The motor officer, I want to get some more engine upgrades in here. In fact, I might just go across the board with another set there, but let's see what else we can do. Diving drills, that's always good. We don't really need to worry about the crush depth. We're not going deep enough for that to be useful. And maneuvering, although maneuvering might be a good idea. We'll give a couple points into maneuvering and one more in our dive speed. So there we go. That's looking good. Have we got any new medals? We don't have any new medals. Have we got any more medals to give out? We do. So if I remember correctly, the cook still needs one. Bosun's got one. Torpedo man's got one. Motor officer needs one. Navigator's got one, and I think all of these guys do. Sound guy's good. Radio man needs one, and the gunner needs one. So first things first, motor officer, you've been doing some great stuff, Willie. Keep it up. And the bosun. Nope. He's got one. Not the cook. So we'll give it to the radio guy. And then we're out of iron crosses. So the next ones will be the cook, and then finally
U-boat sighted.
the
Bearing 1,
executive
4,
officer.
9.
But there we go. We got a more upgraded crew. That's exciting. Farewell, Wilhelmshaven. we will endeavor to make you proud yet again. What's that little guy out there? A little pocket destroyer, perhaps? Alright. Well, with us leaving the harbor, auf Wiedersehen, tschüss, we'll see you later. I don't know what that is in German, so, you know, you'll have to make do with my horrible dual language. Big ass freighter with a bunch of ice hanging off of it. This guy must have just arrived from someplace warm. And yeah, I will see you guys when something exciting happens. Alright, so something I'm not too impressed with again is just timing.
Aircraft spotted.
Really.
It's one of ours. Bearing
That's
291.
more than likely an old message. But we're coming up to the straits again. Daytime, calm seas. It worries me. So I don't know if I should just stop. Maybe by Rotterdam or Zeebrugge here. And wait it out a bit. Because, I mean, there is no cover. Granted, we're in a submarine. We can make our own cover. But that's still, you know, it's a little concerning. Because I don't like the thought of
All stop. We're approaching
getting
our final
discovered
waypoint.
again. What is this? That just means I'll stop? Okay. So, obviously there's nothing out here right now. We'll just continue
New waypoint.
on
Course 6. Returning
Half
to
speed
course.
ahead.
through the straits,
New waypoint. Course 6.
trying to keep ourselves in the
New
deep
waypoint.
regions.
Course 20. New waypoint. Course 20.
And then we want to head to this location here,
New waypoint.
where there's
Course
supposedly a convoy coming in
23.
bound for England that we're going to need to intercept. So hopefully it's a convoy of the same size as the one that got us, you know, a third of the way done. That would be... I'm fine with that. But time will tell. Time will tell. We've got 100% on our batteries, 9% fuel burned. Our crew is looking great. We're at about 70% efficiency, which I think is a good thing. This early in the war, we're a very experienced crew. Probably one of the most celebrated U-boats of the war so far. Got no real evidence to back myself or back that claim, but that's what I'm going with. So we're going to go up. Usually I travel at around 1,000 times time acceleration. We're going to do this at about 256, maybe 512, just to get through the hairy bits. And, yeah. Still nothing. All right, I will be back when something exciting happens. All right, so I waited a bit too long, and we've got a warship in view over yonder. So I'm going to dive down right quick, which should be simple, now that we've got maximum dive speed. Come on, guys. Get under.
New contact, warship, moving slow, moving away. Bearing 323, long range.
You should have another contact there, Benno. Should have two of them. I need to know if that one...
Electric motors. Current depth 10 meters.
Thank you. Alright, so there we are, safely in the cover we make for ourselves. Granted, our engines are pretty loud, but for now, we're looking safe. Now, let's pop this sucker up. And see if we can happen to notice the ship that we've spotted. It might be right there. In fact, I'm almost positive that's it. Now, considering it doesn't have much of a profile out there, I think it might be another one of those little torpedo boats. Regardless, it's not a threat, but we're still going to want to do our best to avoid it. Yeah, and so there are all the destroyers. It looks like this guy... There's one that might be making a beeline for us. Let's see. Okay, so that guy is definitely a torpedo boat. We don't need to worry about him. That's good. Drop that back down. Check our map. And we've got a guy coming in there. He's 15 clicks out still. So let's just speed up time a little bit. And yeah, he's definitely coming to stay. So we're at 82% battery level. That's good. We'll shut our engines down. And now we can just wait. Basically. Alright, so that guy's moving. It looks like we've got a nice little path basically where this is coming through. Those destroyers are focused down in there. Those are looking out that way. That guy's looking into Dover. So let's just set our speed to slow ahead. And yeah, I think we're going to be safe here. Now, those four moving up, we might not be safe. Let's drop that back down to 1. And check 67% on our battery levels. That's not all that great.
All stop.
So we'll do that, and we'll raise this up. What is it like outside? What time of day is it? These are all questions I need an answer to. So the sun is going down. This is good. That mini-map location is not helpful. With the sun going down, everybody's visual range is going to be dropping, which makes me a happy camper. So let's just stay here going 0, see what those guys are up to here. It helps if I indicate what those guys I'm meaning. And we should be good to start moving again. There are a lot of ships here, that is for sure. But yeah, we're looking good there. How's our batteries doing? 59%. Let's drop back down to speed 1. Send this guy back up. Make sure nobody's in visual range. And I don't think anyone is. All of these guys are too far out. Those guys are definitely too far out. We got a merchant contact way up there. That's fine. Oh, hello. That guy looks like he might be close, but I can't see him. Sorry if that was a bit louder. I was leaning in. All right. Let's drop this guy back down and head up to the surface. Those guys look awfully close.
Engage electric motors. Recharging batteries. Current depth.
Oh yeah.
0 meters.
Couple of torpedo boats. Alright, well that's good. I'm not all that concerned about them. And we should have enough battery power to just sort of bypass them. And then once we get past those two guys, I think we're in the clear. So I'm going to be back when something exciting happens. All right, so I thought I was in the clear, but it turns out that I used the time acceleration just a little too aggressively once I got through the Straits of Dover. And now we have two destroyers coming right for us, which is not good. Because, I mean, they changed course and now they're coming right for us, which is concerning. But that's why I've dropped down to 40 meters. We're getting down there slowly. And I've shut down the, whatchamacallit, engines. And on our little adventure through the Straits of Dover, we burned through pretty much all of our battery power, but we've got 64% of it back, so we're charging it up relatively quickly. And I just want to see, there's got to be one of these officers. As my cat gets in the way again, who can put us into sort of a silent running. Yeah, we'll talk to you later. You, sir. Propaganda, nope, that's not it. I thought there was someone who could do a silent running. Or to just tell everyone to be quiet. But apparently, unless it is the Nazi... Where'd you go? You're all over here? Checking out...
Captain, I would like a word with you.
What's on your mind?
Captain, your crew has been... What an outrage! They have been insulting me behind my back. This cannot be tolerated. I insist you put an end to this lewd conduct or I shall have it reported.
Really, Eric? Now you want to talk about this? You can't even look at me, but now you want to talk about this. We're freaking... Two destroyers are bearing down on us. And now I can't get control of the thing. Fine. Okay, good. Two.
Everybody quiet down.
Thank you. I gotta go talk to the freaking bosun. Freaking bear-ass quest here.
What appears to be the problem, Captain?
He's a little sensitive.
As you...
Thank you. You just keep writing your thoughts in that book of yours. And we'll get through this war fine. There.
Yes, Captain.
Are you happy? See if we can get any sort of visual on the destroyers bearing down on us. Nothing yet. Check the map. There's definitely one coming in close. Can't see him yet, though. Yep, they've completely lost interest. That's what I like to see. Let's head on up to periscope depth. And then we'll just confirm that they have indeed lost interest. Bloop. There we go. And it certainly looks like they're steaming away. That's good. We'll put down our periscope so nobody sees us, and we'll continue going on about half speed ahead until they are for sure out of visual range. And let's see. Yeah, they're definitely out of range now. We can pop back up and continue on our way, back when something more exciting happens. Alright, so we are getting close to Plymouth, and it looks like we've got a swordfish that's taken some interest in us. So, he's still a bit too far out of range yet. And to be quite honest, I want to do the shooting myself. So there he is. Oops. Let's escape out of that. I do quite enjoy the faster firing rate of those flak guns compared to the single flak 30 that we had before. So I'm just waiting for this guy to get in range. A lone swordfish. Just waiting. We've had a few hurricanes, and those things fly too high up and too fast. But these suckers, they're nice and slow. And, come on, come on. Are you kidding me? He's got to be close enough now. Give me that. There he is. All I'm doing is wasting ammo. Come on. Yeah, maybe he's too far out to actually target. Well, that's too bad, because that would have made a nice, juicy target. And I was a bit concerned with one of these guys coming up on your rear. I would imagine these things carry torpedoes, and I don't really want to come to my end via torpedo. So he's got no interest in us, though. That's fine. False alarm. Back when something exciting happens. All right. We have intel that an important convoy will pass through your location. Patrol the area and intercept it. Thank you, BDU. We were already heading there, but, you know, thanks for the radio message to remind us of what it is that we need to accomplish.
Smoke on the horizon. Bearing 358.
Well, that can't be the convoy. Can it? Maybe it can. All right. This is what this is what we're good at, guys. Let's get in position. Oh my. There we go. And I think our battery power is looking good. 100%, fuel level 77. So at around here, we were at 80. So we're definitely going to need to leave about 25% in the tank to make it through the channel again.
New contact. Merchant. Moving fast. Closing. Bearing 346. Long range.
All right. Well, let's move ourselves into position.
Engage electric motors.
And perhaps,
10 meters.
if we're lucky, finish off the mission. I'll be back when I get into a better position. Alright, so we're closing in on these freighters. There's two of them. A little one there and a slightly bigger one there. And they are going incredibly slow. They're going 5 whole knots. So unfortunately, there's not much of a lead on the torpedoes. We're going to have to get real close for this to work out. So again, using my wonderful cheaty view, you can see we're going to be in a good position. We'll just wait for them to come along and enter our trap. And in fact, these guys are small enough that I bet we could do this with the deck gun. The seas are smooth enough that if we wanted to, that might be an option. We're getting in nice and close. Let's see. So this front guy we should be able to handle with one torpedo, possibly the guy in the back too. Although, like I say, he is a bit bigger. That might take 2 or a rise up and sink, whatever. And that is definitely not a British flag. It's looking very blue. So perhaps, not even French. I'm thinking EU4 flags. But no, the French would be flying the tricolor at this time. So I'm not sure who this is. We'll find out when we get a hit on and decide that, hey, you know what? It's time to watch these guys sink. Then we'll know what nation we've defeated on the high seas. As it stands, we're coming in nice and close. It looks like we're still well outside of their visual range. And I mean, if we zoom out, we are pretty far out. So, this is looking pretty promising. Provided I still am able to retain control of my periscope, this might all work out. So we will cut our speed down to 2. Wait for it. Los.
Tracking new target.
We can kind of adjust this down a little bit so this angle will be easier. Oh, and it helps if I load a proper tube. There we go. So we'll just see, it's going to be a while for that second ship to get into range, so we can just keep an eye on this guy. Watch where that torpedo comes. Actually make sure it is heading in the right direction, and it is. That's good. Shouldn't be too much longer now. I'm liking the look of that shot. This guy's not doing any evasive maneuvers. And
Torpedo impact.
contact. I like it. That's got to get this guy worried.
Tracking new target.
Well, it doesn't look like the front of the ship got torn off, but we definitely did some damage there. That is for true. Might need to increase our speed just a little bit more just to get this shot lined up properly. And that should be good. Coming in nice and close and los. So while that's in the water, we can just drop our speed to nothing and check out what we did to this ship. That is looking like a pretty big hole in the front of that freighter. I'm pleased with that. Fire spewing out. That'll at least slow it down. We can finish off the rest with the deck guns. Thank you for the save. This is actually a good point to save. And then if we take a look at this other guy who's going to be a target, pulled a little bit of an evasive maneuver there. You can see the wake gave it a good solid turn. And that might wreak havoc with my torpedo. I could get the camera angle up. And I think it may have. Yeah, that's not going to be a hit. So, that's fine. We got plenty more where those came from. We can drop the speed down and light ourselves up for another shot. And in fact, we'll increase our speed to 3. Just to get that shot in position. Although really, at this stage, that might be a waste of a torpedo. And we can just rise up and get these guys with the deck gun. Which is also an option. Okay, that's looking good. And that's a bit behind, but that might be okay, because I believe that 3 represents the front of the ship. And so this thing's big enough that if it's just a bit behind, it's a bit behind. It's better than being in front of. So we'll just let that torpedo do its thing, and in the meantime, in between time, whoops, now we can resume. We can get out of the periscope view. And because I bet we'll hit the surface before that torpedo. Oh, look at that. that freighter over there. You're doing some magic. So I'll tell you what.
Yes, sir.
How about you man the deck gun? Thank you. Whoa. And yeah, we should concentrate fire on the one that we haven't hit yet. Why is that up? Probably because I forgot to put it down.
Torpedo missed, sir.
That's fine. We've got plenty of shots on this guy here. There we go. Yes. In fact, oh, Capitan Bobenberg here. These are targets even he can hit. So, there we go. And just like that. Maybe. There we go. Now we're talking. While we're at it, we'll just put a few into there. Because let's face it, that ship needs some more damage. That should pretty much put an end to that guy. And let's see if we can't get some a little bit lower. Want to get him on the water line. A little bit lower. That's what I'm talking about. Let's punch some holes right where the water can get in. It's looking good. How about you? There we go. Just like that. These... You don't have a flag anymore. These Greek ships are on a final voyage to the bottom. So we can see, it looks like they recovered from all the shells we punched in them quite readily. This guy is no
Tube
hope.
1, ready.
Perfect. Let's check our mission progress. Apparently this wasn't the convoy we were looking for. And I'm not sure if that really went up or not. But, you know, we shot some torpedoes off. That was fun. And we showed the Greeks to just basically stay in the Mediterranean. You know, don't be coming up here. Is basically what we informed them of. Let's see, can we do sound coding, engine tuning, tune electric and diesel engines? Okay, so that's good. We'll get some more speed out of that. That'll be helpful for the return home. And now we can just sit back and enjoy these ships going to the bottom where they belong. I'm disappointed that none of the damage is really showing. I mean, the fires are nice, but I like seeing the holes that you punch. It gives you a sense of accomplishment. This guy is getting ready to just nosedive. Getting very front heavy, which is what I like. I like my ships going under like this. Obviously not ships I'm in command of. It would be ridiculous. But ships that I'm trying to sink, yeah, I want them to sink. This guy's kind of doing an aft end sink in while the other guy's doing a front. It's nice to get diversity in your sinking ships. Is really, you know, it's good. So we can actually, let's see here. Where is my U-boat? Right there, huh? So what I want to do is just kind of position myself between them.
Slow speed ahead.
That shouldn't take us too long to accomplish. Let's run right out. Make sure we grab a hold of this wire so we don't fall in. That would be embarrassing. And from the deck of our ship, we can just watch these things go under. really, what I want to try and do is get a nice artsy shot here with the two ships. But it really doesn't look like this is going to happen. Like, even if
New
we...
course 301 degrees.
Oh, that's cutting her close. Let's go a bit
New
more.
course 313 degrees.
There we go.
All stop.
Yeah, we might actually... That might be a bit too close. We'll find out here. Oh, so there we go. We got a little bit of a hole there. That's good. Oh, the holes came back. That's even better. I guess as it goes under... Yep. Our victories over the Greek Navy. This guy's going down quick. And this guy, he's taking his time. Yep, that one. Real quick. Look at that. And I mean, it's deep here. We're not following anything down. Oh, that's us. That guy went under already? Wow. That was quick. A quick sinking with some cargo remaining.
Depth under keel is 160
It's got a
meters,
long
Captain.
journey ahead of it. And this guy...
Tube 2, ready. Torpedo missed, sir.
I'm well aware that it missed. That guy in an explosion that I missed, as is my way, shuffles off its mortar coil and heads for the bottom. Again, like I say, I don't know. It doesn't look like this got updated. Granted, there wasn't a lot. But hopefully that counts. It didn't count as the convoy I'm supposed to intercept. But even if it doesn't count towards the mission, it feels good. It feels good to sink a new nation's ships. And I think really that's all there is to say about that. So we're going to go ahead, save this game at sea again. Let's give that a good old-fashioned save. We can overwrite that. And when we come back next time, we'll continue sinking more ships. So thumbs up if you have enjoyed this video. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching. We're aces. We'll see you next time.